Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Chizoba, and in today's video we'll be cutting and sewing this wide leg palazzo pants. It has an elastic waistband and two side pockets, so if this is what you're interested in, you definitely need to watch this video to the end. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, then you need to hit that subscribe button. Click on the bell icon to get notified anytime I drop a new video. So let's get started. I'll be using 2 yards of this fabric, so I've gone ahead to fold the fabric into two using my hip measurement divided by 4, which is 10, plus 7 extra inches because it's going to be a wide leg pants, which will make it 17 inches on fold. So I'll go ahead and take my vertical measurements. Because this pant is going to have an elastic band of 1.5, so I'll be taking out 1.5 inches while taking my vertical measurements. So that 1.5 inches mark will be on my starting line. So I've ruled out the vertical measurement. From waist to hip is 9 inches, from waist to crotch length is 11.5 inches, and then my full trouser length is 42 inches, but I added 2 extra inches to make it 44 inches for folding allowance. So I'll go ahead and mark my horizontal measurements. On my hip measurement is 40 divided by 4 is 10. I'll be adding 4 inches for ease. You can add more or less because this is a wide leg pant. So I'll be marking out 14 inches at the hip area. Because it's going to have an elastic band, I'll also mark out 14 inches at the waist area, and then I will transfer the same measurements at the crotch area, so you will be joining the 3 lines together. So I'll come down to my crotch line and measure out my crotch extension. To get your crotch extension, you divide quarter of your hip measurements by 4. My hip measurement is 40, quarter of my hip measurement is 10. 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. So there I'll be marking out 2.5 inches for my crotch extension. I'll go ahead and draw a curved line from my hip line to that crotch extension mark that I made. I went ahead to measure out what I have at my crotch line. From the starting point to the crotch extension mark that I made, I have 16.5 inches altogether. So you are going to be marking 16.5 inches at my trouser full length, and you mark it downwards so as to get a straight line from the crotch point to the full length. So our front panel is ready. The next is just to cut it out, and remember to open up this side that is folded. You need to open it up so that you have 2 pieces of the front panel. So we're going to use this front panel to cut out the back panel. So here I have folded the fabric for the back panel, and remember we folded, while we're cutting the front panel, we folded with 17 inches, but here I folded with 19 inches. I added 2 extra inches because the back is usually wider than the front panel. And then while placing your front panel, do not place it directly on the starting point, so I left 2 inches gap at the top. So from the point where the front piece started, you're going to be measuring 1.5 inches upwards. Watch closely what I'm doing. I measured out 1.5 inches there, and then using a ruler I slanted the line back to the side to the same point where the front piece started on the other side. This extra 1.5 inches is to enable your butt to sit well, so that when you want to sit down, the trouser doesn't pull down. So from that same point where your crotch area is, you're going to be measuring out 2 inches from the point where the front piece ended to the right side. You're going to be measuring out 2 inches downwards. I'm going to follow this line and cut it out from here. It's the same measurement on the side, but on this other side we added 2 extra inches, and that will be all for this piece. I've gone ahead to cut out my pockets. There are 4 here. We have 4 of them for the 2 sides. So you simply use your palm measurement to roughly cut it out. And here I have cut out my band as well. This band is 4.5 inches wide, and it's about 29 inches long on fold. It's on fold. Be joining this together. I'll go to my sewing machine now and join these 2 pieces together this way, from here up till this point, the crotch area up to this point, and then I'll also go ahead. So I've gone ahead to join the back piece and the front piece together. You can see I joined it with 1/2 inch. So I've joined this, and I've also attached the pocket. So while attaching the pocket, I gave a space of 1 inch from the waistline, 1 inch, to allow you to attach your band. So while attaching your pocket, ensure that when you look at this, you'll see that these 2 points are not equal. One is higher than the other, so the one that is higher should face towards the waist area, while the other one falls. It helps the pocket to fall in properly. So now the next thing, this is my front piece, and this is my back piece. This is the back piece. I did the same to the back piece, joined the pocket, and I've also joined this. So now I'll go ahead and join these 2 together. Right side facing each other, you join the front and the back this way. So just make sure that it's equal at the waist area. It should be equal at the waist area. So I'm going to be joining this to those points, and from here I'll go down here and come back here to the down part. I'll also do that to this other side, and then you come to your crotch area. When you come to the crotch area, you make sure that this part and this part are together before you join. So I'm going to be joining this here. We know that the back piece of this front area is bigger than the front, so you just need to make sure that it aligns at this point, and then you take it down and sew it down to the hem. Sew it down to the hemline. Do it also to the other side. So I'm going to the sewing machine to go and attach the 2 sides and the crotch area, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I've gone ahead to stitch my band together. To attach it, to ensure that this is uniform, to attach this band, you are going to get this and divide it into 2. You're going to be pinning this down to this side. I'll pin this to this edge. See? Then half of it, you pin this half to this other edge, like so. Bring this part to this side to ensure that it's even, so that some parts will not be bigger than the other. So I'm going to pin it like this, and then you also come to this part. You get the middle part. Let's get the middle part of here. You get the center part, and then you pin it to this as well. This is to ensure that it's evenly distributed. You get this end, the middle of this end too, and then you pin it to this area here. Make sure that you are stretching it while sewing. So you stretch and sew. Stretch and sew. If you have watched this video to this point, it means you gained value from the video. If you have not subscribed, please do well and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Also hit the bell icon to get notified anytime I drop a new video. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate. So see you on my next one. Bye.